Last week, I left the Rio Grande behind, flew around a giant state park, and then began flying in lines, eventually making an exciting landing out in the middle of the desert. In this episode, I get back in the air and continue on to Douglas, Arizona. That's my third state for the day.
Alright, I gotta admit, I'm a little concerned about this takeoff. I gotta commit, because it's just bushes at the end there. So I gotta commit, and I'm gonna get the tail up initially, and then, because it's a little rough out here, get the tail up, and then bring it back just so it's off the ground, and then bring it back down a little bit, like a soft field takeoff. I didn't even, I guess I did set the trim for landing, but let's set it for takeoff. Let's set it for 7. Alrighty, and then, so here goes nothing, I guess. Oh, that was fun. Okay. So, yeah, the only concern I had was that bush there toward the end. One thing I probably should have done was seen if I could have leaned it out to get a little more RPM initially, because boy, the initial roll was slow to come by. So when I didn't force it, I was nice and calm. I feel really good about that. I didn't force it off the ground. I let it fly when it was ready to. So I feel good about that. But yeah, that bush was kind of coming up quick.
This flight begins with an exciting takeoff from a rough, dry desert floor. I then kick back and fly straight south and then straight west, although I do make a few minor twists and turns along the way, before flying a fun approach into Douglas over Agua Prieta, Mexico.
Alright, I didn't start the timer. There's the timer. Alright, I'm rolling. Yeah, what I should have done maybe was give it a little bit of left rudder there to avoid that bush. But I got the wing up, at least, by then. Yeah, I should have given it a little left rudder at that point, though. But that was my first time doing that. Honestly, I feel okay about that for my first time. I feel okay about it. Well, mainly because I'm alive and the plane is none the worse for wear. There's a border marker. Alrighty, oil pressure's good, oil temperature's right in the middle. It'll heat up as I go. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to Douglas, and then I'll refill a tank, and then I'll top up both sides once I get to Nogales. That actually feels cool. Nice and cool here. Now that I'm moving, not bad. That was exciting. I could have just landed here. Look at that. That's a sweet road. Totally sweet. That would actually have... Oh, there's another one. There's a perfect runway right there. And if it was only not Mexico. Not, obviously Mexico. So I got another quart of oil. I got a clean windshield. I got rid of some liquid, and then I got some liquid. nice little stop. I'm happy with how it turned out. Yeah, that spot was marginal, but it worked out okay. There was a guy under that shelter. Someone's making a dust storm up here. Let me go up just a little bit to get above the dust. Boy, a lot of nice looking farms over there on the Mexico side of the border. Yes, the dust confirms what I can see by looking at the ground, which is that I've got a left crosswind. Let's give a little flyby to a Mexican neighbor here. Mexican neighborino who's helping to feed the world. Woo. Give him a little wave. Glad to be off the ground there. That was exciting at the end. Yep, should have given it a little left rudder to steer away from that bush. But that's how you gain experience. Ideally by not breaking anything or killing yourself, and that's what happened. I got some experience, and plane's fine, and I'm good. Looks like some corn there. That's a nice place there. Yeah, I should have seen if I could have done something with a mixture to give me a little more power. That was a mistake. Definitely a mistake because the plane definitely accelerated very slowly. So I'm at 4,500 feet or so, and I bet I'm another 1 to 2,000 in density altitude. Another 1 to 2,000 because of heat. Pressure altitude's 4,200. And probably 1 to 2,000 more because of the heat. So. All right, I better get ready to turn here, not just keep zipping straight into Mexico. Huh, that's interesting.
Grand County Super King here is 13 miles to the north. We'll be entering a right base runway 26, Service City.
So this crop here is split straight down the middle. Half of it looks like it's got no water, the other half is lush. So that's interesting. 3 miles to the border. So I'm thinking we're not going to make it to that mountain there.
Copy that. We're Super King here inbound to Grand Canyon, 10 miles to the north. Right now at 11.5, entering a right base, runway 26.
All right, about 1.5 miles away. It's got to be up that hillside a little bit. We got a nice little...
Are you doing a pattern, runway 26?
Windmill. And some animal pens.
Roger, Super King here is 8 miles, right base, runway 26. We'll try to look for you.
Where's a marker? I don't see a marker. But it looks like this trail ends here.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're doing 200 knots and we're turning long final.
Is that it? I think
here, and we'll look for you.
I think I turned a little prematurely, which is okay. I don't see a marker. Nor a trail, nor a fence. I don't know where the boundary between the U.S. Mexico is here. Basically, there is no visible... Oh, there's a fence. Just a little barbed wire fence. Right there. All right, there it is. now it's visible. But man, not obvious at all. 91 knots, got a little tailwind here. All right, this tank's on, that one's off. So that one's, I got maybe 20 minutes in there. This one's on, and we got plenty of fuel there. And we're gonna fly straight to Douglas and land. Which is just, yeah, exactly straight ahead. 130 miles. So, oh no, wait a minute, is that right? No, let's not run into the mountain. No, about 70 miles to Douglas. Yeah, let's not stare at that too long. Yeah, it's about 70 miles. So, I'm gonna say 130 seems long, but that's to my day's final destination, Nogales. So 70 miles, so that'll leave us with well over half a tank, well over an hour reserve. We actually could make it to Nogales on the fuel that we have. Yeah, this side is so much better than that side. They're identical. Well, at least the Earth is. There's some definitely a lot of differences between the two. But not everything here is better. Not everything there is worse. For sure. All right, I wonder if I can climb over these mountains here. So let us see if we can climb. What I'm going to do is, well in advance of getting there, I'm going to do a climbing turn here. And we're at 75 miles an hour, which is a little bit conservative. And oil temperature is getting up there. Yeah, we're 70 to 75 miles an hour, which is a good climb speed. It's around VY. There's the border. We're completing our circle, coming back around here. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's, it's high, but it's not bad. And now we will clear these mountains. No problemo. Good, I like this better. And I might have been able to weave my way through there, but then we'll pitch over a little bit, gain a little speed back. Throttle back a little bit, because we got plenty of altitude now. Yeah, it's a little bit bumpy. Yeah, oil pressure's good, oil temperature's high, but it's okay, it's in the green. Yeah, I can see the border going, or the fence, going straight up over this hill, then up over the next one. Got a little crosswind there, got some gusts. A little downdraft there. And I see the marker right here, the border marker. I hadn't seen one of those for a little bit. But there it is. There's a marker. Yeah, we got a good crosswind here for sure. We got a wind out of the north. That's kind of funny. Okay, the road just goes around there. I guess that'd mean the border does. Yeah, because the road's on the south side of the fence. So yeah, it's just easier to build the road. Well, it's less steep. Kind of a switchback idea. Got it. Yeah. Who's gonna cross here? I mean, look at this. There's nothing. Yeah, I got about 60 miles, maybe 50 miles. So, yeah, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, probably 40 minutes. Yeah, we're going a little slow. Maybe even longer, 45, 50 minutes to Douglas. And we'll land and we'll get some fuel. Yeah, there's a marker. It seems like these peaks are where they put the border markers. Well, the pressure's good, oil temperature. Actually, oil temperature's not bad at all. It's toward the upper end, but not real close to it. Not too bad. Oh, no way, we got some border fence up here. What is the point? I don't know what the point is. I mean, unless they're just starting to build on this section. And you know, you got to start with one section of fencing. Can't build all of it instantaneously. I definitely got some gusting action around these hills here. Yeah. Man, these guys are out in the middle of nowhere. This bottle is irritating. I think that'll stay. And what's along the border up here? Is it okay, it's a border crossing, I guess. And that's interesting. There's a couple towers here, but there's no towers on the chart. Yeah, it's a border crossing. It's nicer on the Mexico side. And they're mixing their cement, and I don't know what all they've got here, a cell tower, I guess. Ditch digger. Yeah, if all these wall sections weren't stacked there, that'd be a real nice place to land. And that hole in the road. Alright, we're going full throttle, and we're gonna do some climbing. See if we can get high enough by the time we get to those. Yeah, I think we will. Maybe. Yeah, it'll be no problem. We'll get high enough. Oh yeah, no problemo. You know, landing direction, please advise social traffic. Yeah, we got some wind here in these hills. That vehicle down there looks like he's got his lights going in the rear window, but it doesn't look like Border Patrol. I don't know. Look like a Land Rover with a couple of flashing lights in the rear window. Yeah, and they're making some cuts through these hilltops here, I guess, to cut off the sharp tip so they can put a wall there. I don't know who's going to cross here. Oh, pressure's good, oil temperature's good. Woo! Okay, yeah, that's not the most fun.
Silver City traffic, grade 85 Army, 15-mile final runway 26, Silver City traffic.
Ugh. So let's go ahead, way in advance here, and start climbing a little bit. Because we got a lot of gusts and drafts, and I want to make sure I'm well clear of that ridge line there. And I'm not climbing too much. I think maybe I'm fighting a downdraft. I'm at VY, and I wasn't climbing at all there. Not climbing at all. There we go. There we're going up. Yeah, this is a little tricky. The gusts and drafts and not climbing too well. So at the moment, I'm not really enjoying this too much. We're getting up there though. I started about 5,600 or so. I'm at 6,000 now. And this is a big, worst case, I could fly around. This ridgeline comes down to a valley north of me there. You know what I'm gonna do? I am not gonna try to go over that. I got plenty of gas. I'm gonna go around to the north, just through the valley. I don't even need to gain altitude from where I'm at here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over that. I feel much better. Yeah, I might be able to get over it, but I don't care. And it's even lower right there. I could go through there. It's at least some hundreds of feet lower than that. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not even gonna cut over there. I'm just gonna keep going and get over into that valley. Got about 2 hours of fuel left, which is tons. So this is the better way to go. And this will be what? Maybe a 10-minute detour, if even. No problemo. It's not right on the border, but I don't care. Yeah, I feel better about this. I could have made it, but just didn't feel good about it. And it wasn't like I missed something huge, like some huge border feature that I really wanted to get. If I'd had that motivation, maybe I would have kept going. I'm getting hungry. Well, I didn't eat anything this morning, so. Good. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. That's fine. Got some cows down here. Got a watering hole over here. Yeah, if I were a cow, that'd be the place to hang out. Oh, little cow fight going on there. Oh, I see the border fence. Now I'm down at 5400. I was up at a, what is this little house right here? That's weird. Doesn't look like anyone lives in it. Yep, it's a more significant fence now. Well, this is nice. Man, a black cow in direct sunlight. Seems like that'd really be uncomfortable. Like that black dog that lay down on the ground in the sun in Ojinaga. I'm like, man, why doesn't he find some shade to lie down in? Yeah, it's throttled back a little bit. It's flat here, down to 2350 or 24 at the most. Oh, stretch a little bit. There's a highway over there in Mexico. There's another border marker. Yeah, so not a memorial. Although I imagine there's some memorial markers along the border. Maybe family members of someone who died trying to get over here. Ooh, those cows have the idea. Standing in the shade of those trees there. Not many trees out here. That would be the place to go. That tree, that one tree. Yeah, I can see the road on the VFR chart there over to Mexico. I'm going to set the iPad down there so it's not in the direct sunlight. I can land here, I think, with no problem. And I got tons and tons and tons of space to take off. Yep, that'd work. If my engine quit, this would be a perfectly decent place for that to happen. Speaking of which, oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good. Yeah, oil temp's a little lower than I thought it would be here. Not bad. Let's drop the screen recording. Maybe that's, I forgot that he was even recording. And maybe that's definitely a lot more processing, so that's going to heat it up. So let's stop that. Tiles in the road, tiled road there. That's something. That's kind of funny. Actually, let's see here. Look at that. Huh. That's kind of weird. Huh. Why are there tiles there? "20. There's a green sign there that says 20. Well, I'm not going to fly over that. I'm going to fly slightly to the north of it. Now, this is a little bit of rough terrain. I can see the border like 10 miles up there, going up that mountainside. Woo! Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good. Yeah, I don't think there's a fence here, maybe. Not that I can see. Oh, maybe there is. But man, it is rough. Rough and rugged. Yep, I can see a fence there. But it's just like a barbed wire fence. Really not much to it. Yeah, I'm paying attention here. Because it's very rugged. There's a road over there. That's where I would go if I lost my engine. I'd be like, Mexico, take me. That's not too bad, but man, it is rugged here for sure. Yeah, that seems like it must be construction on the Mexico side. Not sure what they're doing. Yeah, I got a big one to get up over there. pretty awesome.
Ah, man. Pobre loco, no, güey. Ah, órale.
Wow. Dude, maybe that's the, maybe those are Americans over there.
Ah, pues sí, sale por demás.
Man. There's, yeah, actually quite a lot of construction along here. But good grief, man.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, there's the other side. Maybe that's, yeah, that's the Mexican over there doing something. Here's the Americans doing something. Good grief, why in the world would you spend money to build a wall here? The middle of frickin' nowhere. In my opinion, right here is a waste of money. You know, so you spend millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And if someone is determined enough to cross way out here in the middle of frickin' nowhere, they could bring a ladder with them. Good grief. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just start climbing a little bit here. Because I gotta, and actually the temperature is good. I got a big mountain range way up ahead there. And there's lights all along the border here too, looks like. That'd make it bad for landing.
Y le pregunta cómo van los papeles de la cosa ahí, ¿no? Si ya en la tarde o mañana.
Yeah, that's hot. I'm going to take that out of the sun. Because the sun cannot be helping that any, and I don't want it to shut off. And I'm not going to hold it up here for it to cool off. Oh, there goes the iPad. 1,200 or whatever it was, 1,300 bucks out the window. That's interesting. This is the first stretch of border I think I've seen with lights, solid light posts, like you're driving in the middle of a city street. So actually, I suppose it might make some sense that someone could cross here because there's a highway right over there. So they could easily drive there and then get over here to the border. And yeah, but again, they could also bring a ladder with them. Oh yeah, we're gonna be up. We're gonna have plenty of altitude to hop over this hill here. It looked for boating back there a little bit, but as I climb up here, I can see beyond it, and we've still got several miles before we get there. Maybe I'll get up to 5,500 or so, and it'll be no problem. And I'm just climbing gradually here at 80 miles an hour. So, don't need to climb super fast, since I started so early. Well, pressure good, oil temperature's not even bad, even though we're climbing. Alright, I'm gonna level off here. We're almost 5,500. Which I think will be plenty for us to pop over the top there. About 14, 15 miles from Douglas. Yeah, we got plenty of altitude to pop over that. And it's a right pattern for both runways. Or no. Oh. Is that a tiny little runway there? Ah! Okay. So it's right pattern to land north. So it's a right pattern to land in the northerly-ish directions. So I guess there are two runways there. 321 and 1836. And it's a right-hand pattern for the northerly-ish ones. But the chart here, or the airport diagram, looks totally wrong. So it's a 4100. And let's say 42. So let's get up to 57, actually. Another big staging area. So 40, so 57 will be 500 above pattern altitude. 122.8. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, 10 miles to the east at 5,700. I'm going to overfly the field at 5,700. All right, there's 5,700. Yeah, and I'll be clearer about what I'm going to do as I get closer. And the airport is this side of town, close to the border. Then we'll see what the wind's doing. I'm going just to... Yeah, I'm actually going about going about 100 miles an hour, so not much wind, I don't think. Don't feel like I've got much of a crosswind here. So 42, 52. Yeah, I should set my altimeter sometime here. 119.275. Should be able to get weather from Bisbee. 119.275. Not getting anything though. Better give me altimeter. Nah, whatever. Oh, getting updrafts here, I think. I'm at 5,900 all of a sudden. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, 5 miles to the east at 5,700. I'm going to orbit the field at 5,700. Take a look at the windsock, Douglas. There's Douglas, Arizona. There's Agua Prieta, Mexico. Well, that's got to be one runway, but this thing lists two. So that's got to be runway 3. And then 2-1. But this listed other runways too. Yeah, I just see
Traffic, Cherokee 7405 Whiskey, approximately 5 to the east, setting up for a runway 26.
Yeah, I don't think I see a second runway here. This has got to be 2-1. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what other runways they may have here. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilos, orbiting the field at 5,700. Douglas, map.
Benson traffic, Cherokee 7405 Whiskey is now modified on a 5-mile final, runway 28, touch and go, Benson.
Okay, so that dude is at a different airport. So where's the other runway? No, it looks like it's maybe it used to be grass over there, but not anymore.
Douglas, with a population of around 16,000, was incorporated in 1905 and named after mining pioneer Dr. James Douglas. The town was created to smelt copper from nearby Bisbee.
Douglas, elevation 4173, U 122.8. What's U? And there's Mexico, there's runway 3.
Position check on the aircraft on final at 28. And Sabri, this is Cherokee 7405 Whiskey. I have you in sight on downwind, so I'm going to go ahead and maneuver for a 45 to downwind to fall in behind you for runway 28 traffic. And I'm about 3 miles away from the airfield to the east at this time.
Oh, I'm right above the border. So let's see. Okay, there's a segmented circle. Good. Got it. So now I'm going to come in a little bit tighter. Get a little bit closer look at that windsock. Looks like a crosswind, but not much of a crosswind. Yeah, it looks pretty limp. Yeah, it looks limp to me. Maybe just a tiny bit favoring runway 3. All right. Yeah, it's favoring 3 just a little bit. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo over midfield at about 5,600. I'm going to maneuver for a teardrop to a 45 for a right downwind for runway 3, Douglas. All right, so 42, I want to get down to 50, no, let's say 51. Oil pressure good, oil temperature's good, and we're on the fullest tank here. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilos on a 45 for a right downwind for runway 3, Douglas. Alright, there's not the best 45, but it'll work. Should have gone more along the border. That's okay. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, right downwind, runway 3, Douglas. So this is awesome. I'm going to fly over Mexico, and I'm pretty sure it's totally legal. Maybe. Okay, there's carb heat. I'm gonna fly over Mexico. Woohoo! So I'm a little low, but that's better for me because I end up usually coming in high, having a slip. That may be a little close there. There's the threshold. I'm in Mexico, sort of. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, right base, runway 3, Douglas. Douglas traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, final, runway 3, Douglas. Yeah, there we go. Up, overshot a little bit. Probably got that, yeah, got that right crosswind.
Built in 1928, Douglas Municipal Airport was the first international airport to open in the United States. Interestingly, Douglas has put the airport up for sale. If you've been watching my series as I've flown along the U.S. Mexico border, you might be surprised to learn that you could land here and then taxi across the border into Mexico. Pretty cool. Can't do anything cool like that anymore. Not a lot of traffic flies into the airport, and so apparently the town can't justify the cost anymore. They're accepting bids and have suggested that the airport might require as much as $8 million in improvements.
Sweet! Alright, I'm gonna, and we'll top up this tank, and then we'll continue on to Nogales after a little break here. And, then I'll fill up both tanks there. I think it's a little bit uphill this way, so I don't know, I may take off that way, because there's not much wind. Yeah, a little tiny bit of wind this way, but warm.
I can tell you that the display on the fuel pump was virtually impossible for me to read, and apparently the pump is now completely out of service.
What's going on here? Okay.
The residents reportedly don't want to sell the airport due to its local history, but I suspect they'd change their tune if their taxes were raised enough to get it in good shape.
It'll be good to get out and take another break here. That was not super short leg. We'll make sure this is not in the sun. Make sure the cameras aren't in the sun. Hey, birdie. Hi, birdie. Alrighty, where's the gas? I have got more than an hour of fuel left, probably an hour and 20 minutes. So, if there was a problem getting fuel here, wouldn't be the end of the world, but Where do I get fuel? Maybe right there. All kinds of stuff here. Stuff going on. The sample wall section, maybe, huh? Oh yeah. So this is, I think, there used to be that's where the other runway used to be, I think. That I could tell from the air. Could not possibly be being used anymore. Turn the squelch down a bit. Douglas International Airport. Yep, here we go. Well, that says Jet A. Oh, so that's Jet. Avgas. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty.
Come back next week when I leave Douglas and fly the short straight shot to Nogales.